Thank you for joining us. My name is Marlon.
And I'm James.
And this is Trash Talk and Tall Tales. Make sure you check out our Spotify, our Instagram, and comment, like, and subscribe. Today we're going to talk to you about what the whole world has seen. James?
Yeah, can we just drop this clip?
Yeah,
this is wild.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
What do you think, James?
Wow.
What do you think? This is Andy Byron, CEO or former CEO. Apparently, he was estimated to be worth $50 to $70 million. I think his income ranged from $469,000 to $690,000, and his home was $2.4 million, the worth thereof.
All right.
Andy has resigned. The female that he was with, and I hate to just talk about men, but I don't remember her name, but she's also resigned from
I think her name
company.
is Cabot.
Yeah, Astronomer. I think that was the name of the company, is Astronomer.
Yeah.
So, how do you think they feel now? Do you think that they are going through some rough times?
They're happy. Yeah, I think they're going through some rough times, but let's take a step back, as you say, and just think about how this all happened. First and foremost, they're at work. At some point, somebody has to say, this conversation we're having is a little bit out of bounds, or it's a little bit, not work worthy. Maybe we should dial this back a step. But apparently those steps were never heeded. My question is, in my mindset, when people cheat like this, didn't back in the day they used to go to like a abandoned parking lot or abandoned building or somewhere completely out of sight? I just don't get the mindset here of we're gonna go to a concert where thousands of people can see us together. I just want your thoughts on that. That's my first thing. Like, if you're gonna cheat smart.
Okay. Now, I am not taking up for Andy. And what was her name?
I think it was Cabot. I could be wrong.
I'm not trying to take up for them. Okay. Nor am I trying to take up for cheating. Okay. Not at all. I'm against it 100%. Anyone who knows me knows I'm against it. But in their defense, they thought it was going to be dark. It's usually dark in concerts. Sometimes people do things in concerts to where they shouldn't have done it.
But Marlon,
that's all. But it's supposed to be dark in concerts.
You don't want anybody to see it, because guess what? Anybody could be at those concerts.
Yeah, anybody.
The wife's friend, the husband's friend, their cousin, or whoever could be at that concert. Now, maybe
but they should have to live with this for the rest of their lives, being made fun of for doing something in a concert. That's all I'm saying.
Look, sometimes you got to pay to play, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's part of it. If you're gonna have the mindset that this affair is so cool that I am going to go to a concert with possibly 70,000 other human beings can see us together, and I don't know who all is at the concert. That's one.
Everybody.
Like, I don't know it, right?
I mean, so literally because of the internet.
Anybody from work could have been there. That's another thing. Like, anybody from work could have been there, if nothing else. We're not even going on the whole family aspect.
If you think about it, the people at work probably knew.
They might have had a suspicion. You know what I'm saying? They might not have been able to confirm or deny it, but they probably had a suspicion. But a suspicion is not an admission of guilt.
Of guilt.
So That's my whole deal. Like, what are we thinking here? We're thinking I'm gonna go to this concert with 70,000 people, and everything's gonna be fine. First of all, that's rule number one. If you're gonna cheat, don't go to a public place like that where you can be seen. If you're gonna do that.
I think rule number one should be don't cheat.
Agreed. But
Rule
if
number
you're going
two.
to,
Yeah.
and let's talk about this too. Just because you have someone in a position that has a title like CEO or head of HR or whatever, doesn't actually mean that person's qualified to be in that position. That's a whole nother thing. Because now you got to question, how did this lady get to be head of HR? I know the CEO may or may not have a hand in that. I don't know exactly how that hierarchy works when it comes to their work organization, but how did she get in her position? See, now that makes me question that.
No, I think you're digging too deep. I think you're digging too deep. I mean, she could have been.
This is deep.
She could have been qualified. She could have been qualified. You know, I mean, I think the more important thing is, most companies do frown upon workplace relationships. So you're supposed to lead by example. And especially if you're at the top, you're not leading by example.
No. Like I said before, just because you in a position doesn't make you an actual leader. If you're a leader in a leadership position, you actually need to be a leader. And that's far and few in between. So anyway.
I feel sorry for. I don't know if they had kids. I have no idea if they had kids. They did. But I feel sorry for the kids. I mean, those are the ones who have to deal with the lifelong
the
repercussions,
fallout and the shame. I get it.
Their dad and their mom or whatever on live. You know what I'm saying, for the rest of the world to see and become a meme. That has been my most important thing in life, is not to become a meme. You know, I mean. Everyone has seen this video. Everyone. I feel sorry for the children.
Yeah, and I mean, but let's put this in another way though. That is kind of a part of life, and just because let's put this out here too. Just because you cheat doesn't mean you're a bad parent.
No,
you know what I'm saying. You can separate those two.
Yeah,
but along the same lines, I was talking about people in leadership positions. Just because they have that title doesn't exactly mean that they should be in that position. We're going to take this a step further. Just because you are married doesn't mean you have a wife or a husband. They do have that title. No.
Yeah.
Listen, husbands and wives is actually a mindset. It's how you carry yourself. So his wife didn't have a husband. Her husband didn't really have a wife. Because when you take those vows, that's one of those vows, to forsake all others. So he didn't have that. He played that role is what it looks like. And I'm not saying you can't slip and fall. Nobody's perfect or whatnot. But what I'm saying is a lot of people out here nowadays do have these relationships where they're even married, and you can have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and they're not actually your boyfriend or girlfriend, because in their mind,
a work husband, work wife.
Well, not even that. In their mind, they're still single. In their mind, they're still entertaining people. Because like I said, when you go into this work environment, there's always little red flags that come with this. Like, this conversation is heading down the wrong path, or I'm starting to develop feelings for this person, or any of those, we're starting to take our conversations outside of work. Like, all of these should be stop measure gaps to be like, okay, I don't need to do this. But all these signs were ignored. So what I'm saying is, like, just because you married doesn't mean you actually have a husband or a wife. Just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean you actually have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. While your intentions may be true, their intentions may not. You can lie beside somebody every night for 10 years and not have a clue of what's going on in their mind. So it's just funny to me how during this whole time too, I looked at the dates that the resignations came in. Mm-hmm. He resigned on the 19th, I believe. Okay. And the lady resigned on the 24th. So my thing is, do you want to know why I think she resigned later than the guy?
I'm sure peer pressure.
No, I guarantee she was still trying to convince her husband that she was just about to faint at the concert and no boy was just holding her up,
Oh no.
help her keep her
no.
balanced.
No.
She was still
no.
trying to wiggle her
No.
way out of it.
No. So you think she resigned later because she was trying to convince her husband that she was fainting?
Yeah.
No, I think that's a stretch, my dear brother. I think honestly she loved her salary. You know, she was hoping that it'll just wash over and everybody would forget it.
But she's in HR. Like, this is what HR is for. HR gives you, whenever you're in a work environment, HR gives you the rules and policies of that company. And I'm sure in that rules and policies that she gives out to every single employee, or even help framework these policies, that was in there.
Well, let me ask you a question. Did you say that she was married
Yeah, she was married.
and she had kids?
Now, this was circulating online, so let's just pump her brakes when it comes to it. But there was a picture circulating of where she was with her husband, and there was kids in the photos. Were they hers? Don't know. Could have been married later in life. We don't know all that.
Honestly, I thought your take would be so much different. I thought that you would say something along the lines of, it might be Brian's wife's fault as to why he's at a concert seeking outside affection.
Oh no, I see where you're going with this. Trying to hit me up. That's cool.
No. I'm just.
but-
That's just from what I know about you. I just feel like it feels like you would look for a reason why
he
Brian
would
might,
cheat.
Yeah.
Why he would go astray? No,
Yes.
cheaters are cheaters.
Cheaters are
cheaters
cheaters.
and they come in men and women variety. I mean, it's all the way around. The thing is with me is, like, I don't think people realize too, because there was something going around about, I think there were some fake comments that supposedly came from the wife of
I saw those.
the CEO, something
saw
along
those.
the lines of he was working late nights and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But I'm here to let all y'all know, cheating happens all day, every day.
There's always
you
time
got
for cheating.
you got day cheaters and you got nighttime cheaters.
Yeah. Cheater's a cheater.
There's going
24
to be
hours a day.
some people who watch this video and they have a spouse or they have a boyfriend that's going to get up and go to work, or a girlfriend get up and go to work like nothing's wrong. But in reality, they've taken vacation that day. But they're going to sit up here and act like they're running through the same routine that they always do. And you would never know unless you go up to their work or you check their location, which you can
if I got
fluff that
to
as
check
well.
my woman's location, you need to trust your significant
But
other.
how do you know, Marlon? That's the only thing I
just-
say. How do you know
it's-
if
it's
blind
just-
trust will get you messed up?
Yeah, it will
in
get you
every
messed up.
situation.
It will. But I'm sorry. If you have to second guess everything, what kind of relationship is that?
Well,
I mean,
when you say that, let's
you just
put it back.
just take the hit. Just take the hit. Because you can't stop someone from cheating.
No, you're not going to.
And you can't live your life to following your woman or your man around all the time. If you can't have that open and honest conversation of, okay, this is what I think is happening in our relationship. We need to sit down and talk. Let's work this out. I feel like you're stepping out on me. I don't
But
want
the
to chase a
cheater's
woman.
not going to have that conversation.
No, yeah, you're right.
They
You're
are
right.
not. They're going to sit up here and blow that off. They're going to sit up here and be like, "Oh, you're crazy," or "You must be cheating because you're inferring that I'm cheating." That whole song and dance. Whenever they say, if someone's accusing you of cheating, they must be doing the same thing, like they're projecting whatever they're doing on.
A lot of people do project, though.
A lot of people do that. But what I'm saying is, me personally, I'm not saying you got to have your location on your significant other, because really you can fluff that. I mean, that's like Sherry Papini had them burner phones, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can fluff that. But I will say this, them phones will tell on you. If you go through a phone, it will tell on you. So,
That's
I
why
mean,
I feel like, a couple should have an open phone policy. You know, I mean,
Yeah, if somebody if you
now-
ask to see their phone,
I'm
and
not.
they get
I would not want
defensive,
to. Yeah, I would not want to go through my woman's phone.
No, you don't want to do
Believe
that.
me, I've
You don't want to
I've
do
not.
that.
I haven't done that, but I was
You've never
put in a
done that?
situation. No, I don't want to go. No, I've had a situation as to. I don't want to tell on myself, but I've had a
Don't.
situation to where I should have gone through a phone, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that guy. I
But
do
how
not
long
wanna
are
be
you
that
going
guy.
to? But think about this, Marlon. I know everybody's like, well, if you do this, you don't trust or whatever. But how long are you going to be playing the fool? How long are you going to sit up there and play the fool? Like if you, most of the time, if you got something going on in your gut and your gut saying something, trust it. Trust it, because there are many signs, not many as in M-A-N-Y, many as in M-I-N-I, many signs that would tell you that this something ain't right. You can tell when a vibe is off. You can tell when this person pulling back.
Just because a
just little
vibe is
bit.
off does not mean someone's cheating, though.
It
Just
doesn't
because a
mean
vibe is
that,
off, that
but
could
if
mean that they're
over-
going through something.
But if you're their partner, they should be able to talk with you about. You should already know
They
they're
should.
going through something.
They should. I mean,
So
open communication.
I'm saying over a length of time, if this vibe is continually being off, and this conversation comes up, and this like you're getting a little defensive about it, like, hey, I don't want to talk about it. That leads
that's
me
a
to
sign
believe
right there.
there's some extracurricular stuff going on here. So, like I said, I ain't got no problem with anybody going through a phone, because how long are you gonna ride the train going the wrong way? Because
Yeah,
the longer you
like I
ride the
said-
train going the wrong way, the harder it is to come back home.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with someone going through my phone. I mean, because I have absolutely nothing to hide.
You got nothing to hide. If you don't
Yeah.
have anything to hide, you can go through it. But you know, there's a lot of, like I said, if you look online too, there's a lot of men saying they went through their phone and got hurt.
Yeah. And as far as sharing location, I don't see anything wrong with sharing location from
No, not at
from a safety standpoint. I mean, because we live in a crazy world. You know, people getting picked up off the streets en masse. So it would be nice to, know that your significant other is safe. It's not, from my standpoint, it's not a point of, oh, she's at, Best Buy, who's she talking to? Or, oh, she's at, Kava, who's she talking to? It's nothing like that. It's just, you want your woman, you want your man to be safe. Crazy world.
Yeah, I agree. But a lot of times, like I said before, we do live in 2025. 2025 is not 1995. It's not 2005. Things have changed out here. Social media has
Dramatically.
changed the game.
Drastically.
And dramatically.
I sometimes I mix those two. I do this all the time.
I do the same thing.
I
Do the
mix
same
those
thing. It's
two
just funny.
together.
It's just funny. But the thing is, though, we live in this society now where, like I said, social media is a huge thing. There are more ways to contact people than we've ever been able to
Yeah.
before. Back in the day, whenever you went to work, unless you called the job specifically and let it ring up there, you didn't talk to your other spouse. I've even seen this go around on Instagram. Like, the 48 years that your grandparents being married, they went through in their relationship is equivalent to like 172 of your years, because you were talking
As
to
far as
them.
the
Guaranteed,
technology?
yeah, technology. Because as far as that, you were talking to them, texting them. Because let's just be honest, most people gonna text while they're at work. I have rarely seen anybody who does not pick up their phone and text somebody when they're at their work shift. So you're in communication there. Even when you go out, let's just say you have a guy's night or a girl's night, which that's kind of iffy anyway. But let's just say you do have one.
Why is that iffy?
Man,
No,
come on.
you know what? No,
Come on,
let's
man.
not do that. Let's not do that.
Come on, man.
I don't see anything
How you
wrong with the
think-
girls' night. I don't see
How
anything
you
wrong with the
think these
guys'
people
night.
meet other people, man?
No, honestly, I feel as though social media is the foundation, or it can be the foundation of people cheating. I guess not the foundation. What's the word I'm looking for? The catalyst. It can be the catalyst for people cheating. If you don't have that good social media match with your significant other, cracks can form.
Yeah, and like I said before, I don't think as a man, you want to go in the ladies' DMs and see all the guys that's trying to hit her up.
No, I don't.
You don't want to see that.
No.
But here's
No,
the problem. Here's the problem, though, Marlon, with that. Did she tell you about these people? Would you rather know or not know? Because some of these people aren't people who were 75,000 miles away on another side of the planet. Some of these people are her friends from work, her friends that she's known since college, her friends that she is just known by meeting other people. And let's just be honest, possibly exes and everything else. That's why social media, to me, in a relationship is so, it's a slippery slope to actually go down.
Okay, since you asked the question, I think out of those two choices, I would rather her tell me. I would rather open door policy. I mean, open communication policy. Let's talk about it. You know, such and such hit you up. Such and such hit me up. There's nothing wrong with that. That promotes trust. There's nothing to hide.
But how many
there
people
should be
gonna do
nothing
that?
to hide.
How many people gonna do that? I see.
I would do
people
that.
Well, you might be different. I see people in relationships now. When somebody acts like they gonna take their phone, they clutch up their phone to their chest like it's.
I've seen
it's a
those
bomb about to
videos.
explode. So that's what I'm saying. Is like that should be a red flag as well.
You see, that's why I'm saying it should be an open phone policy. There's nothing. I put your fingerprint on my phone. You put your finger. Yeah, and vice versa. You know, but I'm not going to go through your phone. I have no need to go through your phone. I don't want to go through your phone.
Oh, I'm going through it.
Why?
I'm going through it because I'm not going to sit up here on the train to nowhere, dog. You need
to trust your
well,
loved
first of
one.
all, if I feel like I got to go through the phone,
You shouldn't be with someone.
We ain't what we need to be anyway. If I feel like I got to go through it, but if I need, and the reason why I would go through is if I had got that feeling inside, like I told you, that gut.
But your
feeling.
mind is going to create those red flags.
You know what though?
You personally are a person, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I've talked to you enough to know that your mind creates those red flags, and that makes you second guess everything.
But I tell you what, every time I listen to my gut, I've been on point. Every time I have listened I listened to my gut and said, hey, you need to check this. Once I check it, booyakasha, it's right there.
I think that you need to sit down and talk to your loved one.
Being right.
Just
being
because
right.
you need to trust your significant
I trust
other.
you. But I trust me more. I trust me more.
What kind
for
of
the
life
betterment
is it?
of me.
What kind of life is it to where you cannot love and truly trust your significant other with everything? It sounds simpish. It sounds simpish, but I love hard, man. I love, and I believe in true love. I want to trust, and I want to be trusted. I don't want to friggin' put the GPS under your car. I don't want none of that. I don't want to have to feel like I'm going through your phone. I want none of that. You know what I'm saying? I want to trust completely, honestly, whatever. That's just how.
Okay. Don't get me wrong. I want that as well. But I also live in the real world where most people can't be trusted. Can we agree to that? Can we agree for most people in your life, they are not trustworthy?
I can agree. Most people cannot be trusted. I agree. Most
so
people
why is
cannot be
this
trusted.
person that
But
you don't know?
But you don't get into a relationship with most
different?
people. You know, you vet your relationship. You
Some
vet
people
it.
don't.
You shouldn't just jump into a relationship. Sit down, have multiple talks over months and months and months, because not everybody is compatible. Not everybody's meant to marry each other. Slow down.
But
slow down.
Like we said before, Marlon, like we said before, you're talking to their representative. And that representative can be there for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 years, 6 years,
No,
10
no,
years,
no, 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 no,
50
no.
years.
No,
Okay?
no, the representative is not going to stay that long. The representative is not going to
now
stay that long.
you might not know this story, but I'm gonna point this out to you. Have you heard about the Tony Braxton and Birdman situation?
No.
Okay.
Nothing
So you
about
know who Tony Braxton is, right? I'm just clarifying.
Come on. Yes, I know who Tony Braxton is. I know who Birdman is.
I'm just making sure. Just making sure. So Tony Braxton and Birdman dated, I believe it was for 18 years. or
I have
something
no idea
like
why
that.
she
It was
would
a
choose
long,
Birdman.
because Birdman got that bread. That's why.
But Tony Braxton
So-
also had that bread.
In the 90s, in the early 90s, you ain't heard a hit from her since 2000 probably. That's
She ain't heard
25
nothing from
years
Birdman
ago.
either.
Birdman's still eating off of Wayne,
I got you.
Drake,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everybody else. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But anyway, they get married. I think they're only married for like 10, 15 months, something like that. And from
Isn't
what
that,
I
put some
understand,
respect on my name.
yes,
Okay,
that's
okay.
him. So
All right.
they got married after this long-term relationship, and now she's asking, I don't know how much it is, dog. So I'm saying she played, that representative was shown for almost 20
Hold on.
years.
So she's the antagonist in this story. Is that what you're telling me?
I don't see Birdman asking for any of her money.
Honestly, I can't judge on that situation because I know absolutely nothing about it. But you're
It's a
saying
very
that
peculiar
you're saying
situation.
that Tony Braxton
Played
played
the funk for 20 years.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
It's fact.
But you know, I
And that
will
junk
look
happens.
I will look into it. I'll look into it because
Yeah.
I would like to know more about this.
It's facts, man. So all I'm saying is that representative, you can vet as much as you want, but if somebody lying to you, it don't even matter. That's what I'm saying. Anybody can fix their lips to say whatever they want to say. And like I said, most of the time, and I don't hate to say this because it's the truth. When is the last time you've heard a lady say the end of the relationship was my fault? Let's go back to that. Rarely. If none. If none. So now you're getting the side of the story from one person. You're not hearing the other side of the story. You're hearing a curated version of the story to make the other person look better. And I'm not saying guys don't do that.
Everyone
as
does
well.
that.
I'm not
Everyone does
saying
that. Most
but
men
I
do
will,
that.
I will say this though. I have heard men say I messed that up.
I think
have
that's as far. That's still far.
I
in
have
between.
heard men say
Because
I
most
cheated
people
on
say-
this one.
Most people want to paint their ex. I think we've already had this conversation. Most
Yeah,
people
this
will
goes
paint their
back.
ex in a bad light. I mean, you know, I don't know. I'm just saying
Some's
that
a little bit more extreme to other. It's like you go out with somebody, they cheat on you, and they block you. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of world we live in now. Like you could get cheated on, and then the person who cheated on you blocks you, and it's like, why? What actually did I do? Because I called you out, or what?
all I have to say is not everybody's meant to be together. Vet your mate. Vet your mate. See if you're all on the same page. That's all I'm
Better
saying.
have a lie detector test, and they're not
That's not
admissible in court.
necessary. That is
Because
not
anybody
necessary.
can fix their lips to say whatever they want to say. And if you want to sit up here and listen to somebody, look at their actions. Don't listen to what they saying. Look at their actions. Look at, hey, if nothing
even though-
else, let's treat it like a job interview. Let me say that. Treat it like a job interview. Look at the person's body of work. What does their body of work tell you?
Everyone's had bad relationships.
I get that, but
Okay, everyone has
here's the
had
point.
bad relationships, but I'm just
Here's-
saying that.
Yeah.
No,
No,
go
no,
ahead.
no. I want to hear this. I want to hear this.
Everyone has had bad relationships, but you still need to trust your significant other. Not everyone's going to hurt you. Not everyone is going to stab you in your back. Not everyone has your best interest not at heart. I mean, trust. Open
Hey.
yourself up.
Hey, didn't those two people that got cheated on, didn't they trust their significant other? That was their
They
significant other,
probably
right?
did. They
I would
probably
say
did.
they did. Yep. And look what happened.
I'm not excusing it.
And let's just, I'm going to tell you this too. If they wouldn't have got caught, they'd still be
They
doing
would.
it.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
You know,
And that's,
be
and
doing
that's
it.
when usually people apologize after they got caught.
Right,
It's rare that
after you
someone
got caught.
apologizes beforehand.
Or says, I'm going to stop doing this because I know it's wrong. It's rare. But it does happen. Not saying there are people that got some kind of character out there. But my thing is, you only need to give trust to people. What did they say? Trust is earned, not
Not given.
given.
Yeah.
So somebody has to earn your trust before
Yeah.
you give it to them. And a lot of times when you jump into a relationship, you give trust blindly into that
Yeah.
person because you think.
Yeah.
But that's not the case.
But
You
still,
need to-
you need to vet. Yes, you need to vet. But after they, just trust them, man. I mean, I know this sounds crazy because most men, don't think like I do. I mean, I believe in love. I believe, but whatever. I'm not even gonna go down there.
No. I'm gonna follow you up on this. I get believing in love. I get that because it's a real thing. It really can happen.
Life is short, man. Life
But
is short to be always
just
looking
because
around
someone
the corner.
says they love you,
That doesn't mean that they love
mean
you.
it.
No, actions speak louder than words. My Duke's always said actions speak louder than words. I mean, you can tell when someone truly loves you.
Can we?
I believe that through actions you can actually tell if someone loves you.
Now I'm gonna say
Now,
this.
not
Oh, go
words.
ahead.
Not words.
I'm gonna say this. Let me say this. Some of these people that we get involved with, if you look back into their history or whatnot, we're talking family relationships, platonic, and even romantic relationships. How is somebody who's never been modeled love gonna even know what real love looks like?
I mean, just because
If you've never been shown love, how would you even know if it slapped you in the face?
I don't think that's a good example. Because they
True
haven't,
example.
because they have not loved, they want to show love.
That does happen. I'm not saying it doesn't, but I'm saying if you have been growing up your whole life and you never been modeled love, how would you even know what true love actually looks like? That's why people get into these toxic relationships.
No,
because they don't know what love actually looks like. They
don't think
that is love, and it's not.
No, I think that for instance, a person can have a child and they can be an absolutely terrible parent. Just because they're a terrible parent does not mean that child is going to have a child and be a terrible parent. I mean, you learn by example.
But that's parental stuff. That's totally different than a
But you're talking about
romantic
love.
relationship. Now,
You're talking about love.
Are there not different types of love?
Of course, there are
Okay,
different types
then
of love.
I'm talking about a different type of love.
You're talking about relationship, man and woman, woman, man.
I'm talking about a romantic relationship. That's what I'm talking
Okay.
about. So,
All right.
like I said, I'm just saying, do I feel sorry for those people themselves? In a way, I could see that because this one little thing is going to carry with them for probably the rest of their lives. They're going to be known as these people.
Oh, you know what? I even forgot who we were talking about. I forgot. I totally forgot who we were talking about. Yes, Brian.
Yeah, we went
Byron.
deep undercover.
Yeah.
So
Wow, okay.
yeah.
I was
But
thinking about darkness in the
see
concept.
that. I do see that because you would hate for one mistake to define your life, and I get that because anything on the internet lives. in
Yeah,
infamy,
honestly,
you know?
I feel sorry for them. And I know people might not agree with me, but they screwed up. They screwed up. They screwed their lives up. But what was the saying? He who has not sinned cast the first stone. I mean, for the rest of their lives, they've become a laughing stock.
And pariahs, man.
And there are so many other people who are deserving of being a laughing stock. Sure, they made a stupid decision. You know, who doesn't make stupid decisions? But do they, when they're 80 years old, they need to be laughed at for the stupid decision that they made?
Well,
There
I
are
don't
so
think
many.
they'll be
There are so many women who have
recognizable at 80,
cheated.
but,
There
yeah.
are so many men who have cheated, and they're not made fun of for the rest of their lives. They've moved on.
But they all are also known as a cheater. And I will say this: not all liars are cheaters, but all cheaters are liars.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So, another thing I wanted to say is too, when it comes to them actually getting caught in that situation, did you notice how quickly they were uncuffed from each other.
Oh man,
Like, oh, I
dude
don't-
bounced.
Yeah,
Dude
bounced.
left her to burn. He was like, I'm
So
out.
that lets you know mentally they ain't in love, dog.
No,
because
no,
if
no,
they was
no.
in love, he would have sit up there. Both of them been sitting there standing strong, because it wouldn't have mattered.
And
But
yeah, and
as
if
you
they had stood still, nobody would have even said anything. They would have panned the person to the next couple. Easy peasy,
Yep.
mac and cheesy. But that facade faded away with the quickness.
Yep. So you could tell that wasn't love either. Now they probably in their mind thought it was. I guarantee for the most part they thought it was love. They thought they had
It was
found
probably
that little
infatuation.
spark that
Yeah.
they were missing. They thought it was, and that goes back to what we were saying. They thought that was love. Most people don't even know what love is if it came up and slapped them in the face. That's what I'm sitting here telling you. That's what I'm telling you. For all of humanity, most people wouldn't even recognize it if it was on their front door knocking.
No, you might be right.
Yeah.
You
Well,
might be right.
you got anything else on this, man?
No, I think we've buried this. You know, we've
Completely.
talked about it and talked about it. I just hope that they, you know, I hate that they lost their jobs. I do hate that they lost their jobs.
Well, you know, that's part of the rules and policy. Don't be fraternizing and stuff like that. Like, you know.
But
like
I
said,
don't. What they did was wrong. What they did was wrong. I just hate that they, you know what I'm saying, the kids have got to deal
Now, look,
with it.
Can we be honest, though, when it comes to financially, both of them people going to be all right.
You're probably right.
Both of those
You're
people.
probably
He
right.
probably got some kind of golden parachute. You know what I'm saying? He's a CEO.
Yeah,
of a
severance
company.
package, all of that.
A severance package. They'll be all right. And like I said, you know, your pride will make you think you can't go somewhere else. Somebody else will hire them. Somebody else will.
Yeah.
So, especially when it's an AI firm at that. AI is one of these big leading things now. Somebody will hire them.
Yeah, I didn't look into what they actually did. I just saw the name of it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got anything else?
I think that's it. Anything
All
from
right.
you?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right. This has been Trash Talk and Tall Tales. My name is James,
My name is Marlon.
and we're on Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.